This should be Homie Pablo and check it out, gang. We finna get straight to it now. Look, we got whatever I titled this. You know what I mean? Let's get it, gang.
This video is brought to you
Trying
by
to bring y'all some different shit. You feel me?
I signed myself. Check this out. There's $500,000 on the table, man. This is $500,000 on the table. I don't have no boss. I've never had a boss in my life. And listen, y'all know who he is. The notorious Skinny Me. And guess what? That's what I like about Skinny Me music, man. Skinny Me is going through a situation, and guess what? It's gonna be in the song. He's gonna make a song about it the same day. So I know that's why I feel it so much. I know it. When he said I killed the and I did that, I seen him do it. When he said somebody trying to drop on me, not wrestling out for the man. And I seen him do it. I know he did it for a fact. I went to war with the most dangerous people in my neighborhood. I went to their block, and we came to their block, and there was 6 of us. We was gonna murder everybody on the corner. I didn't know one of my friends was on the corner, and we fired on the corner. And guess who's on the corner?
Who?
One of my friends. Turn the camera that way.
Turn the camera, man.
O'Bray's Rocks was on that corner.
Facts.
What happened to O'Bray's Rocks?
Man, let's let that shit fly. Since its inception, the line between
Bro. What? Nigga, you... Oh. My bad. Nigga, you posted up, and one of your homies pull up and start airing the block out. Like, why you there?
revealing what's fake in hip-hop has always been blurry. Often, rappers will conjure up tales from a treacherous past to illustrate not just how far they've come, but every potential hazard they had to avoid on the come-up. And depending on if you're an older rapper like Jay-Z or a younger artist such as 21 Savage, these stories can vary wildly. But no matter the case, the general perception is that anything you talk about in your raps happened in the past. Because if you were still actively partaking in illegal activity, it'd be pretty dumb to alert the cops. Particularly when your life as a rapper means that there's more eyeballs on you than ever before, right? Well, while this is common sense to most, there's a subset of hip-hop where keeping it real goes wrong. Very wrong. Right. And in recent years, far too many rappers have been a little too honest on their tracks. In essence, making them hip-hop's dumbest criminals. And while one man stands above all as hip-hop's dumbest criminal, let's first touch on some others who found themselves jammed up due to their own lack of foresight. Although you could argue that it might have been chalked up to youthful naivety, there's no denying that
TK would have been gas, you know what I mean? That was a bad little nigga though, gang. I ain't gonna lie, that was a badass little kid. But nigga, Murder She Wrote to this day, I cannot listen to just one time. If I play that bitch, it's getting played like 3 times, bruh. Oh God.
Himself no favors before he was captured. After being placed on house arrest over a robbery gone wrong that saw a man lose his life, TK decided to go on the run and release one of hip-hop's hardest tracks, all while cutting off his electronic ankle tag. And as he put it on The Race, I was trying to beat a case, but I didn't beat that case. I did The Race, featuring other incriminating lyrics such as, we was plotting, y'all was trying to get the packing, you get robbed for a fraction. TK only made matters worse when he tweeted, this house arrest 12, they gonna have to catch me on hood. He was eventually tracked down in New Jersey after a prolonged period on the run. It was soon revealed that he killed another man while evading cops, and after excerpts from The Race were used as evidence, he was given 55 years in prison. Another artist who self-snitched while actively doing dirt on the streets was YNW Melly. With hits such as Murder on My Mind and Mixed Personalities alongside Kanye West, it was Murder on My Mind which recounted the story of killing a former friend.
They say that shit wasn't about that
his future. A year on from its release, Melly and a friend staged a drive-by shooting of their 2 friends and fellow YNW members, with the belief being that Melly was the man behind the trigger. As if that wasn't enough, he didn't exactly move without a trace, and the attempted cover-up was covered with his own fingerprints.
It looked like YNW Melly might be cooked. They said that Melly's phone pinpointed him to around the area
that nigga
where the vehicle was traveling when his so-called got shot up. The ballistic...
Yeah, bro, it's cooked, bro. Smoked his boots, bro. It's over with.
Off the quote-unquote shooting.
I think that nigga might be able to get out.
The shots came
I think he pushing that shit back.
Position in the car. They have surveillance footage basically showing Melly getting to that car in that same position. They also have the ballistics from the quote-unquote drive-by.
With a case that's strengthened by over 60 pages of DNA evidence, all signs suggested that Melly is looking at life imprisonment at least, if not the death sentence. Although by no means the hardest criminal by nature, Tekashi 69 qualifies, in that he ostensibly talked his way behind bars. After initially asking some members of the 9 Trey Bloods to appear in one of his music videos, 6ix9ine made gang culture into so much of his public image that he deluded himself into... Bruh,
have y'all seen that damn clip with 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd was going back and forth? That nigga said, "What's up, bloody?" Nigga said, "Fuck all of your dead homies." Who you talking about? Nigga, all your dead homies. Fuck them. Hold on, bro. Bro, play the clip.
What up, bloody?
Who you talking about, bro?
What you mean what I'm talking about?
What dead homies you talking about?
Nigga, all your dead homies. I don't give a who I'm talking about. All them. He said, "Who you talking about? Who you talking about? What you mean who I'm talking about? You said you your dead homies. Who you talking about? You."
Coming one. Ambushed by his own gang and then indicted on racketeering charges, Tekashi quickly snitched and turned federal witness. Now, he may be released, but he's eternally looking over his shoulder. And what's more, his image has forever been tarnished. On the other side of the spectrum, we have an artist like Bobby Shmurda. Bobby came out self-snitching from the gate on Hot, from admitting that Mitch caught a body about a week ago and a reference to his dead friend Shiesty, which was used by the cops. Shmurda wasn't lucky in the sense that his rise to fame coincided with the fact that he and his crew's phone lines were being tapped. Along with his lyrics, the feds built a robust case, and Bobby found himself serving a 7-year bid. But where Tekashi was vilified, Bobby kept it honorable and thus kept his credibility. In fact, he cemented himself in the culture's good graces when he took a plea deal which entitled Rowdy Rebel to release early. "I did it for Rowdy. They offered me 5 and offered Rowdy 12, Bobby said in an interview. "They said the only way they'll give him 7 is if I took 7 too. So, I had to take one for the dog."
YouTube TV has no hidden fees and includes unlimited DVR space. YouTube TV, try it free.
I'll see you in 12, guys.
My friend used to pay $163 for car insurance. Now look how much he pays. Most insurance companies are charging extra. They don't want us,
baby.
For the dogs. In the ranks of hip-hop's most loose-lipped artists, it doesn't get much worse than Rollo. Hailing from ATL and affiliated with Gucci Mane's 1017, Rollo's appearance on Vlad TV saw him talk about his involvement in the drug business.
I was the biggest drug dealer in the Bluff for a long period of time.
Well,
I had the Bluff and I had Simpson. I had the best quality drugs, and I also had large quantity for a lower price. So I was outbeating all my competition around the way. I had all my dudes who just built this big empire.
For you to say this and then still be doing it,
when
crazy.
You come from that era, you don't feel like nothing wrong with it. The things that I do when I shot people or when I shoot people, I ain't feel like it was a bad thing to do because that's what we did all our life.
Trapped behind bars for the foreseeable future, Rollo has committed to never turn informant, but for all intents and purposes, he arguably took the stand against himself. But if Rollo worsened his own predicament, the man that's being awarded the honors of hip-hop's dumbest criminal of all time has got to go to AR-Ab.
That nigga
in every aspect of today's society, things evolve.
That nigga AR-Ab is a different motherfucker, gang. That's the clip of the nigga from the beginning.
That's the wallet.
Well, you not want to hear about this goof ass, that
wallet,
ass wallet.
And Curtis 12 cards along with your cash. Rich wallets aren't that was.
Damn, man, you get a whole goddamn infomercial for these niggas, didn't you?
Hip hop
They got that bag.
From the notorious streets of North Philly, there was a time when AR said, let's get back to the video.
Let's get back to it.
Hailing from the notorious streets of North Philly, there was a time when AR-Ab looked like he had a real shot of making it. A former battle rapper who aligned himself with Cassidy's Larceny family, AR-Ab released a slew of critically acclaimed mixtapes and was tipped for a major label deal. A man who oversaw his own indie label OBH, AR was renowned for his authenticity, as when it came to Philly's illicit world, he was basically a crime kingpin. Nevertheless, AR got enough credibility in buzz and rap that he almost signed to Cash Money. And at the height of his visibility, he was referenced during Drake's beef with Meek Mill with Drizzy spitting, "I drove here in a Wraith playing AR-Ab" on Back to Back. Soon, AR went from being the hot local rapper to an artist with some serious credence in the game.
Like, did that kind of change people's perception of you?
Yeah. Everybody kind of like take me serious now. Yeah, a lot of people know my street reputation. Their whole thought process of me is Ab don't really rap. We just out here running around with guns and acting crazy. When Drake mentioned my name, it opened up a lot of ears who didn't know who I was or people who knew who I was. Now they say, you know what, I'm gonna listen to his music.
Although loosely affiliated and given what Baby referred to as the Green Light, AR-Ab and other members of his crew such as Dark Low never acquired a deal with Cash Money. And as Dark Low explained, they couldn't let go of the street life that had already made them a fortune.
Everybody thought we were signed. As far as I know, it was never no deal involved. It was just Stunner was like, I put you out. I want to show you some love. I want to just stand next to you. It was just about being around some real genuine.
With Dark Low saying that Drake was actually scared of AR-Ab, it seemed like he'd always struggled to really crack the mainstream. But whether fear came into it or not is actually up for debate, as in many ways, it seemed like if you were around AR-Ab, then his tendency to shoot his mouth off about everything he'd done in the streets could make you guilty just by association.
I made a lot of money. Not like drug lord, big meat money. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars on the street. I got little cousins, and little brother who was already just shooting people. We had a rap group of like 4 or 5 artists, man. 2 of them in jail for murder right now. 2 different murders right now. And these happen to be the same guys I was with when me and Cassie got locked up for the murder. So these is my rap group people. It got that nasty in the streets.
Where they often say that real G's move in silence, AR-Ab basically carried around a megaphone for self-snitching. And as we see in the next clip, AR-Ab was so brazen with his criminal enterprise that he even outlined his plans for taking over a rival block.
We got like from the 20th Street all the way to Broad Street. It's an epidemic. We might take a block on the other side of Broad Street. I might put some work out there. We on 20th Street. I'm thinking about going to 10th Street. Nobody gonna do nothing about it anyway once we get over there.
By 2018, AR-Ab's past and present caught up with him when he, along with his crew, were indicted for his central role in a major drug trafficking operation. In 2021, he received a sentence of 45 years, meaning that at the age of 38 years old, he'll be in his 80s before he's a free man again. Meanwhile, Skinny Me was recently hit with a life sentence of his own, and Dark Low is serving 7.5 years. As for AR-Ab's lengthy jail term, lawyer Mo Ganga believes that even that could have been avoided if he had just stopped doing interviews.
What happened at AR-AB's sentencing was a tragedy. The judge, before he announces the sentence, says, "Young man, you've been sitting in my courtroom listening to the statements of the victims, listening to the prosecutor discuss your crimes, and the entire time you've had your hands folded like this. You don't look contrite. You don't look like you respect this process. I have the ability here today to give you a range of sentences. It could be anywhere from here to 45. And what I'm going to do, based on your behavior here today, I'm giving you the max." And if I was AR's lawyer, I got to be in tune with my client. I got to, before he goes in there, let him know that, bro, keeping it real goes wrong. You think you're going to go in there, you're going to stand tall. They won't break you if you act contrite. They'll break you if they give you another 20 years.
Although AR-Ab's story didn't pan out well for him, it did represent a turning point for cultural awareness of how to act when the cameras are
crazy.
And if there's any positive legacy that can be extracted from this lack of secrecy, it's that it has enforced a wariness around certain platforms. During an interview on Vlad TV, the very channel on which AR did so much of his self-incrimination, Sue Surf did all but name AR-Ab's name while speaking of the dangers of doing interviews and discussing street activity.
He might hold you up to a high standard. You got a couple indicted. You're a baiter, but you wouldn't say, I got anybody indicted, but you fish. Some of my peers aren't fast enough or aren't intelligent enough to know when it's bait being swung their way.
If the police ever try to seize any sort of footage, I would deny it. I would fight it.
You don't got to. It could go straight to YouTube.
From TK to AR-Ab, the tendency for rappers to self-snitch is unfortunately still prevalent in hip-hop today. Still, with any luck,
yeah, I don't know what I'm entitled to, but anyway, like the video, so if you're new, man, you fuck with me, I hope with you.